I turn hot dog water into ice cubes for
Ew!
the guests that are...
Ew! That's so evil, but so genius. But so evil, but so genius. You know what, guys? I'm gonna do this now.
Hi, I'm Mari. Hope you're having a good day, and I hope this video makes today just a little bit better.
Okay, so today we're gonna be reacting to random memes. That's
the
really
pose,
sweet.
the power, the presence, Chusky, mock his hair, and
Yo!
get a free pass to visit some funny
Me
King
with
of
Kingdom Hearts.
Pineappleless, the leader of the cat crowned with a pineapple. He stands in your way. How do you approach such a beast? Shitty superpowers, season 2. Don't read this, I'm doing a superpower memes video. Concept, the secret boss of a video game is the merchant you've traded with this whole time, and their combat capabilities are based entirely on what you sold them. For example, did you sell them necromancy skill books? Well shit, they can summon a skeleton
kinda
army.
awesome.
Yeah, I'm really scared of the guy with 30 rusty iron swords and 200 fruitcakes. I don't know what journey that Mantis is on, but this is clearly a boss fight.
That's
this is
crazy.
Jean-Baptiste Kempf, creator of the VLC media player. He
What?
refused tens of millions of dollars in order to keep VLC ads free.
That's
Thanks
so
Juan.
awesome.
HIV positive, occupation, blood donor. Be
Oh.
not afraid. Your hellhound is so sad. Throw him the femur of a sinner already. I had a dream. They unveiled a new Diglett evolution that was basically like 20 Diglets in a group. It was called Dugstruction. I tried taking a
Dugstruction?
selfie while I was underwater. Pro tip for parents, don't buy the
Oh,
Finding Dory night light.
no.
When you turn it on in the dark, this happens.
I don't know. I would sleep with this. I think this is very cozy, you know? I'm just saying, what if the Mari plushie could glow? Like, put little LED lights around her, make her eyes light up. That'd be so cool. I would love to see that.
In 2009, a pigeon named Winston raced Telkom, South Africa's largest ISP, to see who could deliver 4 gigabytes of data to a location 60 miles away the fastest. By the time Winston arrived with the 4 gigabyte flash, Telkom had transmitted only 4% of
That's
the data.
crazy.
Corn maze. Attention, if you become lost or confused in the corn maze, stay calm, don't panic, help is on the way. Every Thursday morning, we send a rescue team into the maze to bring everyone left the previous weekend. They are highly trained
What?
and can usually locate every 2/3 of those left behind.
That's
Cow
scary.
escapes on way to slaughterhouse, smashes metal fence, breaks human arm, and swims to uninhabited island where she still lives. I recently spent 6,500 on this registered black Angus bull. I put him out with the herd,
Whoa.
but he just ate grass and wouldn't even look at a cow. I was beginning to think that I had paid more for the bull than he was worth. Anyway, I had the vet come take a look at him. He said the bull was very healthy, but possibly just a little young. So he gave me some pills to feed him once per day. The
What?
bull started to service the cows within 2 days, with all my neighbors' cows. He's
What?
like a machine. I don't know what was in the pills the vet gave him, but they kind of taste like peppermint.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Kevin,
funny.
21. Hey, what's up? I'm Kevin. I like to take girls out for a massive plate of barbecue ribs on the first date. I
Ooh.
judge them according to how many and how aggressively
What?
they consume them. Whoever defeats me in this porcine endeavor shall become my warrior bride. I'll set nations ablaze
What?
at her feet just to watch the flames dance in her eyes. Our love will be beautiful in its violence as the tempest hits the Bering Strait, and it should die. It dies as it began, with a mound of bones between us. An orc wrote this. An orc who knows how to treat a lady.
I mean, hey, you know, that's free dinner right there. Like, I'm just saying, that's a lot of barbecue ribs. Just saying, ladies, sometimes you just gotta mow down, be ready to chow down, you know?
Apparently there's some controversy in my local Chipotle. I'm sorry guys. I don't have it in me to read this. I've read 2 videos today. I made life-size AirPod stickers and stuck them on the ground all over the city. I always dump my leftover popcorn before leaving
Why
the
would you do
movies. Just
that?
found
Oh,
I turn
no.
hot dog water into ice cubes for the
Ew!
guests that are...
Ew! That's so evil, but so genius. But so evil, but so genius. You know what, guys? I'm gonna do this now. That's so funny. This is actually really funny. I'm gonna do this to people.
don't like. Wrote, will you marry me in the sand. I hope it messes up a couple's holiday. This looks like it belongs in a Studio Ghibli movie. A parking lot would go crazy here.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm so drunk. This is crazy. You know what would be even more crazy? Do you own a vehicle? Today, I was bored and I saw an ant in my kitchen and I placed a few sugar cubes in front of her and she had some and went to tell her friends. And then I quickly hid the sugar cubes because I wanted them to think she is a
That's
liar. Why does this
crazy.
picture look like 21 Savage is a superhero? Interrupting a broadcast to reveal his his evil
What?
plan to the world. Ratatouille is hilarious because the villain wasn't even evil. He just didn't want food to be cooked by rats.
That's
I grounded
funny.
my kid, and this was his response.
Oh.
Nobody will notice. Somebody just padlocked my ear and ran away with the key. If I ever become a surgeon, I would say right before the patient passes out from anesthesia. Okay, pull up the WikiHow article. Usernamed Beavis has been terrorizing me since 2004 by sending me pictures of cups that are too close to the end of the table. Pure evil. Form A is my dream. Form B is my nightmare. When I'm bored, I go around putting these stickers on paper towel dispensers. Voice activated. Say loudly. Paper towel now. We tricked the new guy into thinking that he had to fill up the water fountain.
What?
My sister ate my leftovers I was saving, so I taped this to her bathroom window. Have a nice shower, sweetie. What the hell is Outback Steakhouse planning? Mind your damn business. It's an ad for funeral services. It's so rude, but so genius. My son turns 1 this month. Shit, got like 1 baby. Don't nobody care
Yeah,
about
that's
that baby. I
crazy.
just saw 2 blind people fighting. I yelled he got a knife, and they both started running.
That's
a pretty lady in a
crazy.
restaurant just asked me, "Are you single?" I happily replied, "Yes." She took away the extra chair in front.
Okay, so today we're gonna be reacting to random memes.
Get both of these girls pregnant and then agree to a photo shoot. I couldn't believe what I was seeing when I pulled up next to these 3 amidst a snowstorm. So I built this cedar stripped corset out of scraps from building my canoe, and I'm out on the backyard taking pictures, and my aunt just walks out and hands me this sword and is like, "Looked like you needed this." My aunt's cat is huge.
Whoa, that's not a cat. That's a genetic mutation. I want one of those. I think that's a Nebula cat. I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's like these cat breeds that are really massive, and one of them's a Nebula cat. But I don't know if this one's specifically Nebula.
They tore down my childhood home in Istanbul. I visited last winter break and saw this 9-foot statue in his place. Kaleo, stealer of souls, destroyer of homes. Isaac, 18. I have a different Mac for every subject. My school fees could pay off your debt.
How do you get this tall? You gotta be like Isaac. You gotta just get a bunch of Macs, get a bunch of iPads and MacBooks, and then you gotta sell. You sell them. You gotta be like him. You know, every single this entire like setup is literally my student loans right here and there. Just saying.
Gemstone, looking for buyer. I lost my eye to cancer, so I made this
Oh.
and turned my head into a flashlight. Knickers, a Holstein huge cow from Australia, is so massive that she cannot be slaughtered or sold. Weighing in at an
Whoa.
impressive 3,000 pounds, standing at 6 feet 4 tall, has become an internet sensation due to her extraordinary
Men, when they say they want a goth dommy mommy to dominate them and step on them, and they have mega milka honkers. This is what I think of.
size. One of my rentoids caught me raiding
That's not what I was thinking of. I was just kidding. Yo, I was just joking.
their fridge and started complaining. "Sorry, Bubs. My house, my rules. There is a character that keeps appearing in my dreams. He was aware that he is in my dream and says stuff like, 'Even when you wake up, I will still be here.' And honest to God, I am terrified. I want to draw him, but at the same time, giving him form seems like a bad idea. What is the most useless piece of video game knowledge you have? In the Elder Scrolls Oblivion, if you add bread into Salmos the baker's inventory, he will go into one of the 2 inns he usually goes, take a bite, and make the game crash.
Wait, really?
The black-footed cat is the deadliest wildcat in the world. They only weigh 2 to 6 pounds. They take down more prey in a single night than a leopard does in 6 months.
What a
Why are they
cutie.
making this regular-ass cat live in the zoo? Learn today about the time a guy bought a 2222 card Yu-Gi-Oh deck to a national tournament to demonstrate why the game needed a deck size limit.
Wait, is that true? How many of you guys actually play like card games in championships and tournaments? How many of you actually won money in those types of tournaments? I'm really curious.
Germs are not a real thing. Fox News host says he hasn't washed his hands in 10 years.
Ew.
The good news is my custom face mask arrived. The bad news is they printed my face 20% too large. Do not chase the red dot, for it is an illusion. Optional boss, the watermelon salesman, haggled too much with him, and you will know pain.
That's where the watermelons came from. The girl who busted and said, "Oh, my baby." That's the one.
Optional
We found him. She stole it from this man. That's the one. She splued it all over the floor out to stand the watermelons. Honestly, though, I steal them too.
boss, the watermelon salesman, haggled too much with him, and you will know pain. My man Maurice, the destroyer of Gilgamesh. Pick your fighter. Gilgamesh, the consumer of reality. Maurice
Gilgamesh
says
is a
destroyer
good
of
anime.
reality, not destroyer of Maurice. Is dub for my man. Pictured, boy becomes living magnet after getting massive electric
Whoa.
shot from street lamp. Magneto has risen.
He looks AI generated. I'm not here to make fun of him Just this this picture right here looks AI generated. This also looks AI generated. I can't even tell it's real anymore.
Magneto Boy, the living magnet. He attack. Worse, he judges you. Imagine fleeing and you hear, fetch me his soul Lucifer. And you look back and see this shit. Lucifer, fetcher of souls. This
I think he's a good boy. That was a good boy right there. We love Lucifer.
kid was gifted with the best name ever, and he's using it wisely. Cash Money,
That's
brother
funny.
of Blake. How to draw a rat. 1. Draw any shape. 2.
Aw.
Done. Wow, this really works. Tell Schrodner, I survived. We did it. We finally let it go too far. NVIDIA installer cannot be stopped at this point. The 4 horsemen of wholesomeness.
True.
Life, self-love, nature, peace. After a year of telling my friends he looks like Bob Ross, he finally sends me
That's
this
so
photo.
cool.
My boss turned herself into a potato
God.
on our Microsoft Teams meetings and can't figure out how to turn the setting off, so she was stuck like this the entire
I'm just saying, this, if you could literally be a potato, you could honestly be the next burnt peanut. Honestly, maybe that's what I should re-debut as. Screw being a VTuber. I want to be a patotter. A patuber. A P-tuber. I'm gonna be a potato, and then I'm gonna become rich and famous, and then I'm gonna make all the monies. This is it. This is my life sentence right here.
I was depressed, so I ate a 6-pack of tacos. I was rounding off
Oh,
the
no.
last one when my daughter said, "Wow, Dad, you're a taco eating machine." She looked at me with complete admiration, gave me a high five,
Aw.
and it pulled me right out of my funk. Kids, man, total game
That's so sweet. That's actually really sweet. This is one of those moments where, like, I don't know, having a kid is just really sweet and wholesome. Not all heroes wear capes. Chill.
changes.
If you want to see the uncensored versions of these videos, then check out my Patreon where I upload all uncensored content as well as some other videos on there. And let me know what your thoughts were down in the comments below. And there's anything else you'd like to see on this channel because I upload every single day. And with that, thank you so much for watching. And remember, everything reminds you of something. Bye!